What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. I got this email from an individual. We'll leave his name out because I don't think well, who knows if he wants his name or not. Just so you guys know, if you want your name in the video, tell me you want your name in the video. Otherwise, I leave it out because I don't want to put you on the spot. Some people will be like, man, I don't want anybody knowing I fucking emailed Jerry. Jerry's a fucking retard. So I put the name in there. So this guy starts right out with, "Sup, motherfucker." Okay, anyways. He says he's 20 years old. He's learned a lot over the last few years from myself and other YouTubers. He says he now questions everything that his body does and tries to create his own ideas as to what he thinks is going on if he can't find anything about what's actually going on with him. He says, "I don't think I'm a scientist like some people out there who claim to say, well, what we see in this research..." Yeah, fuck that guy. Anyways, he said, like other motherfuckers these days, he's talking about that guy. He says, "So I noticed that when I binge for multiple days, that obviously I put on a lot of water weight and get puffy. However, that I also noticed that my skin starts to hurt after long periods of time of binge eating. It feels almost as it's bruised. So I take it that it's time to stop reaction from the body. Pain is usually, a reaction letting you know something's wrong with your body. It's not necessarily telling you to stop what you're doing, although it's a good idea. But yeah, it's usually an indicator that something is fucked up. Pain means that something's wrong. You're dead means that you didn't listen. That's pretty much how that works, right? Now that is stretching my cells from the increase in water." Stretching yourself? How would you even know you're stretching yourself? I mean, okay. "Now what's cool is that it always starts to make the same places, that it moves around the body and gets worse the longer I binge. Starts at lower back and lats, then moves to abs and up to the chest." What the fuck? That's very strange. I've never heard anything like that. But my actual question is, will that link into the places that I store fat? I think it just does the water link to the places that you store fat. "So the first place in the lower back and abs, then moves up. Now obviously that's quite a bit a regular pattern for fat loss for everyone, but I can actually feel the different stages in water retention. Just thought that it would be cool as shit to find out these things for my body. Sorry for the absolute fucking book I just wrote. The topic is completely fucking irrelevant, but I can't be fucked to delete it." This guy's from Scotland, so he's speaking in a way that might be a little bit different than how we would. Okay, first of all, why the fuck do you binge? Okay, you make it sound like it's a normal thing, the fact that you do it. Hey, everybody binge. No. Okay, stop fucking binging. Don't binge, okay? Eat your fucking macros to grow muscle. I don't know, you don't say in here whether you're a bodybuilder or just a gym goer or whatever the case, but I don't give a fuck if you're a bodybuilder, an average gym goer. I don't give a fuck if you're a mall rat. Stop fucking binging, okay? If you can't stop binging, you have a problem, okay? That's called an eating disorder, and that needs to be addressed. Now, that being said, I have heard of the skin thing hurting before, okay? I do have someone that I know who used to compete, and she would blow the fuck up after. I wouldn't say blow the fuck up, but she was in this mindset that when she started eating after a show, she didn't really start to put on weight for a week or two, and she always say, "I'm maintaining, see, my metabolism, blah, blah." Sure shit enough, a month into it, she gained 20-something pounds. And her skin would start to hurt. She would say to me, "My skin hurts. It feels like it's stretching out, and it hurts to touch." And her face would be puffy. Her skin would be, a smooth, kind of strange texture to it. I think that's what you're trying to explain. It's got a strange texture to it. And sure as shit enough, she would say when she, touches her skin or whatever in certain places, I think her stomach, her legs, it would fucking hurt. Now, I've heard this from competitors a few times. Now, what causes that phenomenon? I don't fucking know. I really don't know. It has never happened to me. And I have gained some serious fucking weight after competitions. I mean, really fucking fast. It has never happened to me, okay? Is it very individual to the person? I know other people that have gained. I know that one guy, Ben, he gained 35 pounds from Saturday night to Monday morning and wound up in the hospital with a cracked sternum. He gained so much weight so fast, he was just blew right the fuck up after a show, and he was hospitalized. So, I've heard of shit like that before, but not necessarily everybody with the painful skin. Now, the thing about the water retention traveling through the body, it's not water. You're gaining fat. That's the problem, okay? When you start to, if you eat a bunch of food and you retain water from the food, before you go to bed, you eat all day long, before you go to bed, that's water retention. You piss a lot of it out overnight. If you go back to eating a very strict program the next day, you start pissing out over the next day. You continue to binge and binge and binge. That water retention for me, okay, happens when I eat certain foods it'll be like a triggered response. It's like an inflammatory response that I get to certain foods. Like Doritos does that to me. I eat the Doritos. It's not sodium, so stop with the sodium shit. It's not the gluten. Stop all that bullshit. It's not sugar. It's an inflammatory response to one of the chemicals that's in the Doritos, which I like. It's just fucking how it is. But I have stated before in other videos when I first started doing YouTube, I get this certain type of water retention first, and then my body starts to go into fat storing mode. So I know when that water retention starts to come on. So what's happening is when you start to get that water retention, you're not stopping binging. You continue to binge, and your body's actually gaining fat. It goes to your lower back. It's not water. Water doesn't move from your fucking love handles to your chest. Okay, your body doesn't regulate water like that, but your fat cells are distributed throughout your body a certain way. And as they start to fill up, you notice it. So you may notice on your love handles first, okay, and then your fat cells around, because not everybody stores fat evenly when you gain it or lose it. So as those fat cells start to gain, more substance to it or volume to them, you start to notice it. And it appears like it's going from your love handles to your chest. It's not. You're getting fucking fatter. You're admitting that you're binging nonstop for fucking multiple days. Okay, even if it's 3 or 4 days, I don't care what anybody says. Anybody who's actually done a competition before and been very lean can see the actual body fat and feel the actual body fat with your fingers. You can grab the skin and feel the little beads in there. You can feel that after 3 or 4 days of binging after a show. Okay, so those people say, well, it takes more than 4 days to gain fat. Bullshit. Go on a high enough caloric surplus for 4 days and you are going to fucking gain fat. I don't give a shit who you are. Okay, so especially with foods that are fat, sugar laden, you're taking in more fucking calories from fat and sugar that you haven't been taking in for a long time. And less protein, your body is absolutely going to start breaking down muscle tissue and storing fat very quickly. If you're a highly trained individual, this happens even faster. Within a week's time, you've actually seen me change my body. That's because it is very fine-tuned to the training and the diet that I'm doing. If I switch my diet to 10% protein, 40% carbs, and fucking 50% fat, guess what? In a week's time, you're going to see my body change for the worse. You know what I mean? Your body can change very quickly. So what's happening is you're binging, which you have to fucking stop, get a control over, figure out why the fuck you're doing it. Because it's not healthy. It's not good. Any kind of binging is not healthy. I don't give a fuck what these IFYM people say. IFYM people go out there and they fit their macros. They don't necessarily binge. Okay, there are fuckers out there. I've seen their Instagram. I've seen their YouTubes. I've seen them talk about living their life and blah, 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 making excuses just to go out there and fucking binge eat. And it may not be catching up to them right now, but it may be. And all you're seeing to the general public is what they're showing you. But I've seen these people gain a lot of fat in their face, on their body, getting inflammation within very short periods of time. Like, that's not a good place to be. It's just not. So aside from the binging, you're gaining fat, okay? And the skin phenomenon, it does happen. Does it mean that, does it mean that you're in any danger or anything like that? I don't think so. But I check with a doctor anyways because I'm not a doctor. I don't really know. But it is something that I've seen. And it was like it was not a precursor, but it's actually happening while you're gaining fat. So you're thinking you're gaining water, then your skin hurts, then you're going to gain fat. Newsflash, you've gained water, you're gaining fat, and now your skin is hurting. Those are the process that's happening. So hopefully this will help you out there in Scotland. And he said cheers at the end of it. So I think cheers means thank you or what's up. I don't know. Fuck. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a blog. It's the No Binging Bicep, and we're out.